Hello and welcome to the first video of my series about NixOS. I just freshly installed it and I want to go ahead and install some games or other things that I need. As you might hear in the audio, I have nothing installed. This is really a fresh install and this is the pure audio input or output from a microphone. The first thing where you have to start in NixOS is inside etc NixOS, and here you can find the configuration.nix and the hardware configuration. In this case, we want to look at the configuration.nix. Open it with sudo if you use nano, or v or vim, or whatever you want to use, just because you cannot save if you don't do that. The first thing that I wanted to install is Steam, and as I found out earlier, I didn't know that before, there are two types of installation that you can do in NixOS. Or maybe there are more than that. Normally I installed all the packages in the environment.system packages, but apparently there are Nix modules, and that's a thing that I learned from ChatGPT. So we have this type of installation where you say programs.steam.enable equals true, or you can just put it inside the brackets that I just showed with the app name. So according to GPT, and it's not a trusted source, if you enable this application as a module, it adds Steam and configures an extra environment and other things to it. So I searched on the nixos.org page, and you can literally search for programs.steam.enable. This one here, or if you search normally, you get Steam as well. But they also say domain package do not use. So my plan is to just install it right now and see what happens. To now build the changes that you've written into your configuration.nix, you have to do sudo nixos rebuild switch, which now will look at your configuration and build whatever's not there yet. It will also be a new entry inside your history of builds, so you can always roll back if a change doesn't go as planned. And it's done, so let's check. Steam, and I have to update it, of course. And that was it. Steam is installed. Steam launched. That was pretty easy. That's not all that I want to do today. I'm not going to install any games today because I have another plan. I need an application to write down what I'm learning while I'm trying out NixOS. So let's see, QOwnNotes exists. But first, I want to check the packages again. Maybe there is a QOwnNotes there. No, there is not. Did I make a typo? QOwnNotes? No, I did not. Then let's install it normally. So this time I'm not going to install it as a module option like I did here, but as a global option, as it is shown down here. And I would like to... oh, this is not Neovim. After the notes, I might have to install Neovim as well. Not sure if I will do this today. Okay. QOwnNotes. By the way, you don't have to do it after every entry that you do, but I just like to see my progress, and if I'm making a mistake, I know what I changed. Okay, let's check. QOwnNotes installed. Oh god, it's so bright. What, there's an AI option? I might have to make a video about that. Enable dark mode, that's a good start. Restart it. Okay, that's better. Okay, so to update the system, you can also use sudo nixos switch rebuild upgrade. Maybe before all that, we have to know that the configuration.nix is inside etc nixos configuration.nix. Okay, so our first stop is always the search page here, DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve itself is free. I bought the studio version because I do some other editing on the side, so I'm gonna use that. That means we again have to configure the configuration.nix, add a global package to it, save it, and rebuild. This one might take longer. I think there's quite a few gigabytes of download stuff to do with DaVinci Resolve, so we'll be right back. Okay, I've compiled a small list of things that I have to install or that I want to install for today. First off is Discord, so let's look what exists. I don't think there's a Discord module, of course there is not, but there sure is a Discord package. And there we are. We have Discord and Node.js. Okay, I'm not sure how I can select the version because it's all just called Node.js. Maybe we get an installer and can select the version. We'll see. Okay, We have Discord, Node.js, Neovim. I earlier saw that there is a Neovim module, here it is, whether to enable Neovim. When enabled through this option, Neovim is wrapped and used configured by this module. This configuration files in the user's home directory. That's cool. That's really cool. The configuration file in the user's home directory is no longer loaded by default. Which configuration file is loaded then? We will find that out later. I'm gonna skip that for now. I'm gonna make an own video about Star Citizen. Then GIMP. I'm just going to go with plugins. Maybe there's some cool plugins that I have not yet seen. Now we need some sort of office. I'm going with LibreOffice for now. If you have any recommendation, please let me know. Okay, that's all for now. Rebuild. There's not a single image there. I'm not a big fan of that. Discord, DBViewer, DaVinci. Let's start with Discord. And I'm all logged into Discord. Nice. Okay, DaVinci Resolve. Oh, it's 19. Why is it 19? That is not true. My graphics card is definitely powerful enough. Okay, there seems to be a problem that it does not recognize my GPU yet. We will have to find a fix for that. Let's ask GPT again. The wiki says, guess we're still using it. I want to change to Hyperland when I get the chance, but for now, I think I will just activate this. OpenCL. Let's just add our changes right above and CL info. We got this installed. And CL info says, okay, at least it knows my GPU. Maybe that did it already. Let's see what DaVinci says. Oh, look at that, it found it. It's in here. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. No idea what this means, but there are two. And it looks nice. What else did we install? What did we not test yet? We installed Node.js. Okay, we got Node and NPM. We got PHP. Oh, wow, it's quick, but it's too bright. Okay, enough flashbang for today. Are you sure? Where do I click now? All right, DBViewer checked, Star Citizen skipped, GIMP. Quick, some sort of office. Let's check the writer. Same problem again. It's so bright. Neovim is installed. Missing user conf. Touch in it. Lua configuration. Okay. Even though it's empty. I have an old GitHub repo. Let's clone it. Oh, I don't have Git. I think there is a module for Git. Alright, NixOS switch rebuild. What is wrong with this command? Sudo nix switch rebuild. Okay, I restarted my terminal and now it works. If somebody knows what happened there, please tell me, because I have no idea. Now let's see what Neovim does. There were some errors right now, but they vanished. No C compiler found. That is a question for ChatGPT. A full-fledged module directly from NixOS. It says the configuration in the file's user's home directory, right where I have it, is no longer loaded by default. But now that I changed it, it is loaded by default. So what do you mean? Why is your module missing something? GCC. Let's open Neovim. There are some warnings. I cannot navigate inside of here. Oh, now I can. Couldn't find executable, make unzip RG. Okay, their documentation says that I should use it like this. No error. Looks good. Looks really good. Building stuff. Neovim. I'm pretty sure it's installed. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing on every Linux distro that you have to install. Fresh fetch. used to be NeoFetch, but that died. Alright, and that's the episode for today. I freshly installed NixOS. I also installed Steam, DaVinci Resolve, GIMP, and a lot of other applications. I started to try to use Neovim. I think there are still some problems that I have to solve, some mountains to climb, but I will be getting there. Feel free to comment. Any input would be greatly appreciated, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.